Why, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is going to be episode 5. I'm really happy about this. I'm learning so much about SB19, and you all have been great and amazing in the comments. I thank you so much for the education, for the kind words, for all of that support. I appreciate that because I'm here with you. I'm a fan of SB19. I'm an 18 fan as well. So this is going to be episode 5. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. But first, I want you to grab a drink, sit back in your comfy couch, and wait till Tazzz reacts. All right, so on to number 5. I had said I was going to react to my reaction to a docuseries. There's 6 episodes in the docuseries, and I always give shout out at every reaction to Casual Chuck. Casual Chuck is doing his thing, and he created the docuseries. It's on his channel. I always give props. Please give him some love. I have the links to his channel in the description, and I'm reacting to his docuseries. So I'm here to support SB19 first. Here to support Casual Chuck second. Me third. Okay. All one love. It's all music appreciation. So hello 18 fans. Hello SB19. This is great. So I've learned so much about these 5 amazing human beings, on the microphone, away from the microphone, and now I'm eager to learn more. So I haven't seen this yet. I never ever pre-watch anything. I wait and be surprised as I'm live reacting to and recording myself with them. So I do these a little bit differently because normally with music videos, I don't pause the music portion. This isn't a music video per se. This is a docu-series. So I will pause it periodically throughout to say something that pops into my head because this is unscripted. So do not fast forward this to the end at all because you might miss some good stuff that I might say, you know? So, because I'll pause it periodically throughout. So let me get right into this, and thank you for coming to the channel to take a break from the hustle and bustle of life, and let's enjoy SB19 together and Casual Chuck. So wait until Tazzz reacts.
If I told you that Gento era started way before 2023, would you believe me? This video was taken more than a year ago on SB19's legendary comeback in the Wish Bus. You will realize it when you see it. In a world where choices and chances collide, a concept emerges. It's captivating and mysterious. Fate.
Fate.
This is a journey that transcends the boundaries of ordinary existence, challenging our perceptions and igniting our curiosity. Prepare to question, marvel, and discover the forces that shape their lives. Were they just mere pawns in the grand scheme of things? Or did they, against all odds, become masters of their own destinies? Back in SB19's training.
Real quick, I like that intro, Casual Chuck. That intro is fire. And then let me also say, when I showed the Wish Bus, so I reacted to a few songs of SB19's performing or singing on the Wish Bus. So that's pretty cool. I never knew about the Wish Bus until I started reacting to SB19, and then I think Marcelito Pomoy, sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, he might be the first time. I never even knew about a Wish Bus. So it's really, really cool, and I like the acoustics on that damn bus. All right, let me get back to this.
Days, they loved listening to OPM songs during their breaks and stretching sessions. Most of them are songs from Ben and Ben. They really looked up to them because of their music. They were simply just humble fans of an already established Filipino band. And in 2019, when they were still trying to make a name for themselves, something quite unexpected happened.
Hello everyone, we're here with Ben.
If you haven't noticed, they really tried their best to appear calm and professional as they met their idols. But after they parted ways and entered their vehicle, SB19 pretty much lost it and became fanboys themselves, which was quite a wholesome sight.
Hey! We met Ben and Ben, bro!
Successful performance and Ben and Ben.
Pagpasok mo
Yan. Tapos bilang lumabas sa sasakyan nila yung Ben and Ben. Tapos, lumalapit sila. Sabi na, pa-picture tayo.
What a coincidence!
Mami, sobrang saya ako. Tumatalon talaga ako sa saya.
So, pagka nag-collab tayo, Ben and Ben SB19, so Ben19. SB19!
SB19!
And 2 years later,
Mag-alala, ipikit ang iyong mata ka na. Pahinga muna, ako na. Latsara-tsara, latsara-tsara, latsara.
man, who would have thought that wishful thinking would actually turn into reality? Crazy stuff for sure.
Wow, how cool is that? Definitely fate. I mean, and I love the humbleness of SB19. Like, here they're at that time they were starting in, the beginning stages of their own career. And they could have been focused on their career and they could have thought that they were better than everyone else and they could have been the type of people that didn't want to deal with other musicians. But that's not them. That's not in their DNA. Like the fact that they were fans of another musical um group or band and that they were geeking out, if you will, when they met them and stuff like that. When they got on the on that bus or whatever, they got excited. This is really, really cool to me because I do wonder sometimes, like, do musicians admire other musicians? Like, did they grow up listening to other musicians and stuff like that? So that's really cool. Like real quick, like Michael Jackson, maybe he rest in paradise, as amazing of an icon as he was, like knowing that he looked up to somebody, because it's almost like, wow, like everybody looks up to Michael Jackson. So knowing that he looks up to someone else is really, really cool to me. It humbles me and humbles knowing that they look up to somebody rather than them thinking that they're the greatest themselves only. You know what I mean? So I like that SB19 looks up to somebody, and then 2 years later, they're singing with them, and I can see the smiles on their faces. They must have been happy as hell. Um, so yeah, that's really joyous. Again, another reason to love SB19. They're not all about themselves. They are human. They have people that they look up to. It's that love of music, right? That music appreciation. Uh, Tell me if you agree down in the comments, okay? Let's get back to it.
But not as crazy as this one. In 2021, SB19 were asked about their plans after the Pagsibol EP, and this was their answer.
Gusto po namin magkaroon ng parang katulad po sa ibang bansa na magkaroon talaga ng music show na talagang solely yung mga grupo na nagsasama-sama, pinopromote yung mga grandfather. Kasi dun makikita, dun mapapanood din ng mga ibang audiences from all over the world yung talent ng Philippines. So, hopefully next year, makasataparan. Basta.
So, parang in short, Philippine pop adventure.
This interview wasn't released to the public until the next year because I think the media didn't believe them. Maybe they thought it was impossible to unite all artists in the P-pop scene because it is known to be very competitive. Even fandoms go to war from time to time, and the sheer scale of logistics alone to get everyone on board could make most organizers quit their job. But hey, despite the uncertainty, they managed to pull it off.
Wow.
How did they do it? Well, maybe SB19 were just so determined to prove that P-pop is not a competition. It's a community.
Is a beautiful, beautiful statement that Casual Chuck just said. P-pop is not a competition, it's a community. I think that that's something that should apply to all musicians. You don't have to be competitive in the sense that like you can't be in the same room or you're talking shade against some other band saying, "Oh, I'm better than them," and blah blah blah. You just let the music speak for yourself. The fans will come where they come. Um, there are musicians out there that collaborate with other musicians. It's that harmony. So you just organically do what you do. The fans will follow, and be humble and enjoy music together. So I'm glad that they were able to do that because I personally didn't know that there was this giant rivalry with P-pop in particular that they were afraid that they couldn't be together in one building, and here it happened. So that's really cool. So let that apply to other types of musics and genres and bands and musicians out there in the world. Like, yes, you can compete in a positive note. Like, you might want to try to reach the top 5 in the Billboard charts. Do your competition that way, but you don't have to compete in the sense that you're gunning for somebody. I'm out for them. I'm out for them. I'm better than them, and blah blah blah. So I'm glad that they were able to have a harmony here among the P-pop community, genre in specific. So that's great. Maybe other music bands and groups and individuals out there will see something like this and realize that, just be a community. It's all one love when it comes to music. And then, like I said, the fans and targets will go where they go because, we all like different types of music. That's fine. That's fair enough. So yeah, really, really like that. I like how you did that and segued into that casual, Chuck. And it's cool seeing all these bands. I don't know any of these other bands or groups that they're showing, but they look really cool and diverse, and I like that. Let's get back to it.
That historic event happened in Araneta Coliseum, a stage that, back in the day, SB19 could only dream of. At the time, they could only joke about it.
Ang dami nagsasabi kami daw ay parang medal. Nagkakamali sila sa pinag-iisip ng apa. Sino mo mag-aakala na kami magkukulit? Maghanda na kayo, susunod na
But they had no idea that it would actually become their home stage.
What's up, Araneta?
At this point, you probably recognize a pattern already. When SB19 makes a prediction, they likely come true, which is pretty crazy to be honest. But what's beyond crazy is when it reaches the level of insanity. You see, when they were asked to wear a blindfold on the Halloween of 2019, Pablo said this.
Parang napanood ko na to sa TV. Feeling ko alam po saan tayo pupunta, sa Pinoy Big Brother.
Oo nga, no?
Ganito yun eh.
Ganito ba yun?
Lilipat na tayo sa bahay ni Kuya. Uy! Kaya SB sa bahay ni Kuya.
And 2 years later,
Wow. Hello po, Kuya. Hello po.
Maligayang pagdating sa aking bahay, SB19.
so they were actually blindfolded for more than 2 years? Anyway, when SB19 entered the Pinoy Big Brother house, they easily became one of the most entertaining guests the show has ever had and gave birth to some very interesting interactions.
Titirang ka. Earthquake or fire? Kung paano rin Hoy! Labas! 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 Bunker! Hoy!
Wait.
Hey!
Yeah, we gonna go up.
Ang nakikita sa aking ipipikit aking mata.
Itong aking pinapangako, hindi susuko. Yeah, we gonna go up. Ibibigay ko ang aking puso, kahit pa imposible. Yeah, we gonna go up.
Kinikilig ako.
Oh my God, that's too cool. Like, fun fact, I watched Big Brother, the American version. I didn't actually know there was other Big Brothers, but that's cool that there is. But I watch every season from like season 15 up till now of Big Brother in America. So we should have some musical guests on ours, damn it. So now that I'm thinking about it, so that was cool. Those people playing in the show got to see SB19 live and in person. So that was really, really cool. I like that. Yeah, Big Brother America, if you see this, yeah, you should surprise the guests. Like maybe when you're down to the top 10 or 5, maybe bring a prominent guest on the American version of Big Brother. I really, really like that. Yeah, do that instead of having those steak dinners that you have for like the top five or something it is. I don't know, I'm just rambling. Check me out. But I like that though. Yet again, fate, yet again, things that SB19 are mentioning are happening. I really, really like this particular docu-series that Casual Chuck compiled together. So let's get back into it.
Hindi ko po kanina kuya matago talaga yung kilig ko kuya kasi gawa ang pupugi ko niya.
Kahit ilang beses pang matubag, here we go.
Ipinakikilala ko sa inyo ang SB19.
Dito nakapunta na po kayo sa Egypt.
Actually, no. Not yet.
Ako nakapunta na akong Egypt. Electronic jeepney.
Poster may iwan ka dito.
Ha?
Poster may iwan ka dito. Bagay ka sa bahay ni Kuya.
Bakit mga bang furniture?
Ken, anong pakiramdam na hindi naman talaga bakasyon, pero semi-break?
Para ka natanggalan ng buhay. Grabe naman!
And I was crying on the staircase, begging you please don't go. And I said, wala ka man ngayon sa aking piling. Nasasaktan man ang puso at damdamin. Mulit-muli sa'yo na aminin, ika'y mahal pa rin. At kung sakali na muling magkita at marama na mayroon pang pag-asa, ngit muli sa'yo na aminin, puso na puso ang magpasa.
He was out.
Ako'y isang imong Adarna. Napagaling ko ang hari dahil dito.
Yep, typical SB19 antics right there. Now if you think that prediction was insane, then I have something more insane coming up.
Holy shit, this is insane. Max. Yeah, quiet, I'm sorry.
When Josh celebrated his birthday back in 2020, SB19 members surprised him with a mysterious guest. And this mysterious guest apparently can read minds. He told Josh to ask him anything about his future, and this was his question.
Ano gusto mo malaman about your future sa isip lang?
Will I be a professional esports player?
Here's the answer. I hope you have the time to be an esports player in the future when SB19 goes international. Now, let me just emphasize yung sagot ko. I hope you have the time to be an esports player, a professional esports player for that matter. You're gonna be a semi-professional esports player. Right? But, I hope you find the time when SB19 goes international.
Oh, di ka lang sa
Was that Call of Duty? I played Call of Duty. You know what? I wonder many times when I play Call of Duty, because I played it avidly, if there's any celebrities, musically, whatever, movie celebrities, whatever, playing at the time that I was playing. There could have been, and I never knew. You know, because it's not like they only do music only. Like, they have downtimes and stuff like that where they play video games. So I wonder that sometimes, like, especially when some of their gamer tag names look like familiar. And I'm like, wait a minute. Would this musician really use their real musician name in there? That could have been them. I don't know. I should start talking to people more on the game. Like, usually I don't talk to anybody on there like I used to in the past. But for all I know, I could have played somebody from SB19 or Call of Duty and not even known that. But that's pretty cool that he got this as a birthday gift. Although, I don't know, I'd be kind of scared to get somebody who predicts things as a gift. I'd be afraid with the ass. Like, tell me down in the comments, would you like it if one of your gifts was somebody that could predict something for you? And if so, if you'd be happy, what would you ask them if you had one question to ask? Hopefully you all see this part and hear me say this part and tell me down in the comments. So I'm interested to know. All right, let's get back to it.
So not only did Josh become a pro esports player, but SB19 also went international by entering the Billboard charts and having success with their first ever world tour while proudly representing their country.
I know you make the Philippines proud, but you make all of us proud.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
If we turn back time and ask random people, most of them might not even believe it would happen.
I don't believe in superstitions.
And this created one of the most memorable moments, especially for their international fans. When SB19 were just about to wrap up the concert in San Francisco, this suddenly happened.
SNMT 18! In Filipino English, SNMT, maraming salamat. Alam nyo, kinakabahan ako sa mga ganito. Wow! Wow! Okay, let's watch it to the side. Uy! Oh! Bilis mag-edit, ha? Bilis, ah. Our first US, di ba? US television. Our US debut! US debut. Wish USA, let's go! No, 30 seconds. The lyrics pa. Tinatagal na yung biyaya ng hindi makain.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Lizzie.
Last Magic Tour. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much, SB19, and see you soon.
Congratulations, SB19, on your 6th tour.
Thank you, SB19. See you next time.
I want to congratulate SB19 for finishing your first US tour. Thank you, SB19, and we'll see you next time.
Hi, Mahalima. Congratulations for your first US tour. And keep in mind that we love you. This is just the beginning. Thank you so much, SB19. See you next time. See you in Canada.
We hope you enjoyed your stay here in the US during your wild tour and have plenty of memories with your friends. Thank you, SB19. See you next time.
Thank you, SB19. See you next time.
Hi, SB19. Congratulations on your tour. See you next year. Thank you, SB19. See you next time.
Thank you, SB19. See you next time.
Wow. Did all. We're still together, still going strong. Still the one I run to, the only one I belong to. Is still the one I want for life. Love, the one that I dream of, still the one I kiss goodnight, still the one.
That made me too. Me too.
Thank you so much, Lizzie.
Absolutely beautiful. That was a beautiful surprise to SB19. And I would imagine, when you get a surprise from your 18 fans and it's that whole collage of a bunch of them and stuff like that, like it's got to be very humbling, because I know a lot of what they do is for the fans. They do it, they do it for themselves, obviously, and they learn and heal from themselves and they become better people and become more mature. They've gotten through tough times emotionally from the music that they provide, but then they also make their fans, their 18 fans feel good. And that's why they have such a strong fan base, me included in there, because they aren't just great musicians, they're just great human beings. And I just love seeing their journey, and I just wish them the utmost best individually in their personal lives and also collectively as SB19. I can't say that enough. But seeing stuff like this just melts your heart because it's nice to see them away from singing and stuff in moments where you can see how they're affected by the love and admiration that they're getting in return because they deserve it. I'm really, really glad that the trolls and haters did not stop them and they pushed through all of that and are still pushing through things like that because the majority of things that are happening to them and their fans is all positive. So thank goodness for that. Focus on the majority, right? Right? Tell me right, Tazzz. Let's get back to it.
You guys are beautiful people. I just want to say, we couldn't really thank you enough. We are so blessed to have you guys, and to have this platform where we could enjoy and do what we love, and at the same time inspire and motivate people. Talagang we have the responsibility, and we will do our best to inspire people and motivate people, and together we will attain our goals together. So I'm just really blessed and happy that we have you guys. We're so thankful. From the beginning up until now, you have been, unconditionally supporting us, and we know that this is just the start. I love you too. I love her. I love you also. Words can express what I feel right now, pero I'm really, really overwhelmed and my heart is so full. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Thank you so much, guys. Changed our lives. Alam niyo, before, it was just our dream actually to come here. To do a tour in the Philippines, but you guys, you're always there. We couldn't thank you enough. We couldn't thank you enough. You guys made us stronger. Thank you.
Yo, not gonna lie, that was a tiny bit emotional. Because, SB19 started from nothing. They were once very young, but they dared themselves to dream. You may call it fate, prediction, or manifestation. But besides that, they also put in the work by practicing more than everybody, improving more than everybody, and sacrificing more than everybody. So this time, I'll let you decide the conclusion of this video. Is SB19 really predetermined? Or do they possess the power to shape their own destiny?
All the makeup. You guys, I'm not a big fan.
Something about it felt a little inauthentic to me. I just felt like they were trying really, really hard.
Yo, you heard those boys saying the first thing you're gonna go and hit them jackets?
So anong feeling pag binabalikan yung mga times na yon na ang daming people na nagda-doubt?
Huyo kayo ngayon.
Wow. There's not much more to say. I said a lot throughout that. If you watched at the beginning, I paused it a lot to say something off that I was thinking. I just will continue to say, though, how much I love, admire, respect, and thank SB19. They have taught me a lot. They have made me smile on days that I was not in the mood to smile. But then I heard their music and I smiled. They've also educated me. They've also had made me just really feel better as an individual, as a person. Just like they're doing their thing and fighting through the noise and the chaos to do good at what they do. I do that too here on this reaction channel. This channel has its ups and downs, and the struggle is real, and some days I don't feel like recording and stuff like that, and sometimes I feel all these things, but I keep pushing through because like SB19 is one of the groups that I think of, like they push through. Let me keep pushing through. Um, so we all of you out there in virtual land too, you all have your own personal stories, things in life that you're pushing through, things that you believe in, things that you want to keep pursuing. So keep doing it as long as you can do it. Um, do your best to not give up. Um, and that's pretty much all I can say. I thank SB19 very, very much. I wish them the best. I really, really do. And Casual Chuck, thank you for what you do. Thank you for compiling all this together. I wish you the best as well. Um, and you out there in virtual land, I wish you the best. Thanks for stopping by on this channel. It means a lot. Please talk amongst yourselves and say stuff in the comments. Like this, share this, support everyone involved. I really appreciate you. So there is no voting on the docuseries. It's just one love. It's just learning more about SB19 and supporting them and stuff. Okay. If you want to see though one of the other reactions I did to the one of the other episodes of this docuseries, then I want you to check out there. I want y'all to take it easy and keep it breezy.